What a fun group to share a stage with right now. I thrilled and excited for our team. You know, North Carolina is a great team. They fought. That was a game that came down to the very last second, as we all know. We talked about it going into the game that we've played 720 minutes of football this season. We had to play 60 more, and we played all 60 of it. So couldn't be more proud. That's a testament to our players and how hard they work. You know, in the coaching profession, there's no better man than Mac Brown. You hope that you can just coach long enough to halfway resemble what he's done as a head coach. So I have ultimate respect for them and their program and what they've done, but really, really proud of our players to be able to cap this season off. We talked about coming in tonight, you know, and really finishing the season with not a period but an exclamation point. And I'd say that was an exclamation point. That being said, we can open it up for questions.
Bo, that second half, the offense was struggling to move the ball consistently, and then I think the final 7 minutes you guys went down the field twice and scored. What clicked for you guys, and just what was that feeling when you connected with Chase and you rolled off his defender into the end zone?
Yeah, well, our defense did a great job of just continuing to get us the ball back, and I think that was – in a game like that, it could have I mean, they had a really good offense, so they could have scored a little bit more. And our defense did a great job of stopping them and giving us the ball back several times. And finally, there at the end, we got a few drives together, and we went down and scored. And I couldn't be more proud of Chase and everything that he's done for the team. And just, I mean, battling through injuries, being there for each and every one of us. It's only right that he caught that last one.
But you guys are drilling 24-14. You guys just had a way of coming back. Can you talk about your comeback?
Yeah, just, I mean, all we needed was time on the clock. You can't worry about the past, and you really can't worry about the future. You got to be in the present. I thought our team did a great job of being in the present. I think our players made great adjustments. You know, even some of those drives where we stalled out and didn't get a first down, I think our guys believed, hey, we're going to go get a stop and get an opportunity to do it again. And then that's what it came down to. And you talk about phenomenal players making great plays down the stretch. That's what you saw. It took every fourth down. It took every yard. It took every inch. It took every ounce of effort that our guys had to finish the way they need to finish.
For Bo and Chase, if you could just both walk us through just on 4th and 2 during the timeout when Drew makes the call, just what you're thinking.
Wait, let's correct that real quick. When who makes the call?
Oh.
When who made that call?
Well.
Bo did a good job calling what he wanted on that one, you know.
Well,
but we're all in agreement. You believe in your quarterback, right?
That if you could walk through from your perspective, Bo, why you made the call you did, and Chase, what you were thinking, and just from your perspective, making the catch.
So that's one of our just our go-to plays. We feel really good about that play. We've run it multiple times. It's you know, it's hard to stop. It gets guys in good situations. It puts you know, Troy, T. Ferg, Chase, those guys in good positions to do what they do best. And sure enough, they brought house blitz, and Chase knows over and over that that's the throw. If we get house, he's going to get a natural pick. They're going across the middle, and Bucky did a great job of picking up the protection, and we threw it over the middle, and we got a completion for a touchdown. And it just goes to practice and practice and practice. You know, you run that play over and over, and I think everybody on the sideline kind of wanted that play, and I just happened to be the one that might have verbalized it. So it's just one of our favorite plays.
Credit to Bo and credit to Drew and the offensive staff and every single player on offense. It's what he just said, that they had belief in what we were going to run and how we were going to execute it. And, you know, when the suggestion was made, it was like, hell yeah, let's run that.
Yeah, and then just what Bo said, if they were bringing house blitz, I knew actually the whole bowl prep against our defense, we never got that look once, but then we got it here on our practice site here for the bowl one time, and we missed it and went over it, and then sure enough it showed up in the game, and it was the same exact one, and it was perfect, and Bo saw it. It was just an easy touchdown from there.
Bucky, that touchdown run, can you walk me through it and then just your performance as a whole?
I just want to go back to, I think it was like Wednesday. Coach Lanning came up to me and asked me, like, do I want to be great? And I said, of course. And then he like, do you really want to be great? And I said, yes. And he told me to trust the guys in front of me. I just want to thank them, and I just want to thank him for telling me what I can do and what I can do on a daily basis. And also, I just want to trust me. I just want to thank the O-line for always being there on a daily basis and me just staying on my track.
Bo, just to both touchdown drives, kind of what does it take, and why is this offense capable of completing a game like this where there's no room for error, really? Yeah. 4th down and all those plays.
Well, it takes 11 guys to, buy in and believe in that drive. And when you're down by, I believe it was 10 points, you need a score there. So we knew what we had to do to go down and do that. And we did. We went play after play and made sure we went down. And then in the second drive, we executed, had some explosive plays. T. Ferg had that long one to kind of set us up. And then we get to a 4th and 2, 4th and manageable. It's just who wants it more on that specific play and who's willing to compete until the final whistle. And again, you can credit every single guy on that offense. You can credit each guy that played a part, each guy that went out on the field tonight. You could tell they were playing it for more than just themselves. And just going back to Bucky's long touchdown run, that was another Alex Forsythe check. So I got to give him a shout out on that one. Alex was incredible for us, and it starts up front. Those guys, and to lead 2 drives there at the end of the game, it starts up front with protection and get us going, and then obviously the skill guys did the rest.
Mace, you guys got that stop, or you held them to a field goal so that they had 24 points instead of going up by 14. Casey makes that big play on the 2-yard line. What do you see on that play, and how does he come up big in that situation?
Everybody just a defense. You have 11 moving parts, and everybody did their job to make that happen. And it wasn't just on that play; it was also on that whole drive. Just focusing on just doing your job and doing simple better, and that's what we did. And we just executed, and it came down to who wanted it more.
Dan, and also Mace, can you just speak to the defense in that second half, the guys that didn't play, whether it was opt-outs or going pro, and the lack of depth, new players playing, and can you just speak to what they did today and just the quarterback they played it against? And
well, first off, Drake is as talented quarterback as you're going to go against. The other one's sitting right here, but he's a hell of a competitor. He's a hell of a quarterback. I think you have to give a lot of credit to him. He had a good night, and I think the one thing that I got to give our players credit for is we were going to play with the guys that came on this trip, right? The guys that were here, that's who we're going to play with. And if you're here, you're good enough because you've been working your tail off all year. And there were guys that were on that field tonight that haven't played a snap for us or played limited snaps for us all season. But for me to get in there and for me to see a guy like Micah Roth go out there and make an impact on this team when his role's been limited all season, but when he gets in there, he does his job, he executes at a high level, and to do it with a level of belief that everybody on the field believed that he would do his job, those are the moments that are exciting for me. Every chance the ball got snapped and every chance when we got to stop, you saw every guy walk off the field with belief in what's about to happen next. So that's exciting to see that happen and execute.
Bo, obviously a pretty crazy end to the first half with the interception and then the touchdown that really seemed to swing the game. What was your feeling going into halftime? What was the message at halftime, and how do you think that you guys were able to bounce back after such a crazy end to that first half?
Yeah, I was ticked off. I was mad I put my team in that position. It wasn't a great play on my part, and so it put us kind of behind. But then again, it goes back to the 11 guys, and in this case, the 22 guys who were out there playing for one another. If one of us falls down, they pick us up, and you get to the fourth quarter, and anything can happen in that close of a game. And so I just give credit to our team. They didn't quit. Could have easily kind of tanked at that moment. Bowl games sometimes happen that way. Guys start falling apart and start to not want to play, but that wasn't us tonight. And we continued to battle and fight. And all it takes is one guy to start doing that, and it kind of trickles away. So not a single one of us did that, and it just speaks to the leadership of the team. Starts with Coach Lanning and then goes down between each player, and you just saw a bunch of guys out there battling and just competing, and that was the name of the game tonight.
Two more questions. Bo, can you talk about the winning touchdown that Chase coded for the score, the go-ahead score?
Yeah, of course. It's one of those plays where we practice a lot, over and over and over. Coach Lanning's not gonna like when I say this, but we hit that play in practice a lot, because it's an option route, so there's a lot of different angles, so it's hard to stop from a defensive point of view. So as much as we hit that, of course, that's where my mind went on 4th and 2 from the 4-yard line. That's what I want to play, what I want to call, because we had the most reps at it, and I know exactly where each guy is going to be. And Chase did a good job of getting over across the field in man coverage and looking the ball in and catching it and getting in the end zone. So extremely proud of Chase. He deserved that one.